Welcome in for another edition of Henny Goes Outside. Tonight we're in Raccoon Creek State Park here in Pennsylvania. It's about an hour from the house. I chose to come out here tonight, even though I typically try to stay away from the state campgrounds, especially for filming purposes, because in the event if somebody does happen to be around, still not really super comfortable talking to the camera with people around. As of right now, I have a neighbor, but I do believe they are breaking down their camp to head out of here. When I first rolled in, they had their stovepipe out of their tent, and it looks like that stuff has been broken down. So I believe they're packing up and getting ready to get out of here. Tonight, we're supposed to be in the high teens. It's currently in the 20s, although it does feel considerably warmer right now than about 26 degrees. But yeah, we'll be spending the night here. We'll be doing some chicken tacos for dinner and just hang out. Depending on the wind situation, I may have a fire tonight. It's not supposed to be all this weather forecasting stuff, it's in the air. It's not supposed to be windy, but also they didn't have anything for snow, and I've been getting snow off and on since I've been out here. Anyways, we'll get the camera set up for the tent set up, and then once we get done, we'll bring you back for the next thing. In my experience, the best way to light this thing up is with a blowtorch. All right, welcome back. We're mostly set up. I would say the only thing that we don't have set up at this time is the table and the lights. So I guess we're pretty much there. Got the green stove, the Hori 5 pellet stove again. I did buy the extension bank on there to give myself an extra couple of hours of burning. One of the things I think that kind of happened with this during my last trip with it is I just need to run on high all the time, because they recommend using softwood pellets with it. The pellets that I'm using are a combination softwood hardwood, just because to get a softwood pellet in this area, I have to order a pallet, and I don't have a pellet stove at home that heats my house, so I'm not ordering a pallet of pellets to heat my house. Um, so we'll stick with I guess the combination ones, but it just means I have to run this thing on high all the time. So hopefully, like the flame doesn't go down or anything like that. Because I think a combination of me turning it down too much. Also, it was pretty freaking windy that night, so a lot of that cold air probably blasted back down there and cooled down the chimney. I don't know if that part's true or not. I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff, but I definitely believe because I ran it too low, that's the reasoning why I ended up getting like the lower flame in there. And I'm back in the dune tent. I have been looking for a new hot tent, but nothing has quite made me jump at the opportunity of it just yet. Um, I was disappointed by this one. Like, I guess for the times that I used it, I didn't realize that there wasn't a snow flap on the front of it. So by not having that flap there, all that snow blew in. Luckily, the inner tent I have, luckily I closed that, so it kept all the snow from actually getting in there. But it was just disappointing to wake up and have a bunch of snow in here. So we're looking for something that's fully enclosed, um, all the way around for future uses. I don't know if that's something that'll happen this winter or not, but we're here. Um, I think throughout the winter we're going to probably be doing a lot more state parks and state forests just because they are closer to my house. Like this one's an hour. Like this is an hour away from where I live, so like I could get here. I had plenty of time to set up. Unlike my last camping video, where because of Liz working until she did, and just like the overall trip to West Virginia is 3 to 4 hours down there. Like even for this camping video, I was initially thinking about going down to Fayetteville on the New River, but that's a 4 hour drive, and I was like, man, I don't want to be pushing it to get down there and set up and all that stuff. So I looked to see, what state parks in Pennsylvania have campsites in the winter. Raccoon Creek State Park, um, they have these sites here. There's like five regular type campsites where you can have like I think up to 2 tents here, and then they have I think 3 group sites, at least 2. There's one over there, and there's one slightly behind me. I don't know if there's one more down here or not, but they have a couple of group sites as well. But like during the winter time, I don't think too many people will be hanging out here. There was neighbors here that left, as about the same time I came in. So I think we'll do more state parks. You can get dispersed sites for $10 in the state forest as well. A couple of those are within like an hour or two of the house, so we'll probably do some of those throughout the winter as well, just so I can get some daytime footage. Whether I'm doing what I'm doing right now, hang out in the tent. I did do the little mineral loop hike earlier. I didn't really film a whole lot of it. Like I got some B-roll of the creek that's over there, the waterfall. Took a bunch of pictures of the waterfall for the Instagram page. Henny goes outside. I think Henny _goes_ outside. It's linked. It's linked in the page, or linked in the channel if you want to go check it out. So yeah, I think because of when sun sets and all that stuff during the wintertime, we'll be doing a few more of these. I also would like to rent one of the cabins that are here. I think if I did that, that would be like a family trip. I think I'd maybe get a Friday and Saturday night, and then Liz and Kelso would come up here with me and do like a family camp. But at this time, since Kelso is so small, like I don't want to bring him to a tent, all that. He's not even 2 yet, so kind of hesitant about bringing him out to like an actual camp with me, especially at 2. Like I think an actual camp is going to be something that we'll probably do more at like maybe 4 or 5, possibly. I don't know. And that'll probably be more like the nicer weather stuff. We'll see. We'll see when that happens. But anyways, we're going to do some chicken tacos tonight for dinner. We're going to use the stove to cook it. So I'll bring you back for that here in a little bit. All right, welcome on in for dinner. I did manage to get just enough phone service here where I can get like a weather update. I'm not sure if that's backwards on there or not. 22 Fahrenheit. I closed this front door, and as soon as I did that, we got extra toasty in here. Matter of fact, I had to undo this window a little bit to help kind of cool it off a little bit. I mean, it's 79 degrees up there with the CO2 detector. I forgot to bring, I did buy like a little smoke detector so I could bring it with me and put it in here just in case something happens and like the fire starts to like back up into this, or you know, any other reason that there might be smoke. But I did forget that. I did forget it. I'll have to remember to put it in my gear, like one of my bins in the future. But yeah, it's a chilly one out there. But it is time to proceed with dinner. Some Colby Jack cheese. I think I forgot my lettuce, but a couple of tomatoes that we cut up yesterday to use for some hamburgers. Chicken. Shout out to Purdue for doing the stuff that's already cut up. Makes it a heck of a lot easier. And then my tortilla shells. I did bring a lime just in case I wanted a lime as well. I will say I am not quite sure how to warm these guys up because I don't want to put them on there directly, just because I don't want any like taco shell to get on there, and these are definitely too big for my pan. Maybe I'll kind of hold it up next to it just to warm it up a bit. So now we need to get the pots and pans. There's the seasoning. I've never had a freeze-dried meal. I have a couple of these things, like just in case. So one day, I will have this. Love me some pad thai, but we're not having that today. I've actually thought about having it for lunch one day, like at work, just to see if it's something that I like. So we'll probably need that spoon to help mix things up. Yeah, that should be it. At least for now. I think we'll do one of these. I'm probably getting all kinds of noise with the microphone being right here. Yeah, we'll do one of these pots to cook everything in, just because of how much is in there. It's like a pound. Put a little. Once again, sorry for all the clanging and banging and clanging. I'll have to, it'll probably be one of those things I'll have to turn down whenever I'm reviewing the video. But yeah, we use one of these pots just because of the fact that it is deeper. Where's my garbage bag? I know I brought one in here. There it is. But yeah, shout out to these Purdue people here for making a thing you literally just, it's already cut. Minus this part right here. It's already cut minus this little label. But yeah, it just makes it easier for the camping trips here. I don't have to cut it. It's already done. Oh no! Still good. Is that all of it? Is that everything? Yep, that's all of it. Okay. I don't know if there's any garbage cans around this area or not. But yeah. Pound of chicken breast. I imagine. Yep. What I imagined. As soon as I threw it on there, started sizzling. Shortcut with the Dano's taco seasoning. It's not bad. Pretty good stuff. I looked at home to see if I had any green chilies left over. I did not. We did not have a can of those anywhere. Woo-wee. I'm actually going to put this bad boy on. Okay, and then a little bit more. But yeah, we're going. We're rocking and rolling. You know the deal. I'll bring you back once it's time to actually eat. All right, the chicken is done. I did take my tortilla and kind of place it next to the fire here to kind of maybe warm it up a little bit. Oh, guys, it's really hot in here. As a matter of fact, like I have this window over here like halfway open. It's too, in my opinion, it's too cold if I leave this front door all the way open. But having this open how it is right now feels nice. But here is how the chicken looks. Yeah, the lighting's kind of weird in here at the moment. Normally at home, when I do chicken tacos, I do like my own little seasoning blend, which is usually like paprika, chili powder, cumin, garlic and onion powder. If I'm feeling like a little extra kick, I'll put some ancho chili powder in, and then I also have like a Goya seasoning that I throw in there in the pressure cooker. Give it like 40 minutes and shred the chicken up. Pour the juices over it. It's really good. It's really good that way. But when we're camping, you got to modify things a little bit. I should have probably cut these tomatoes, but it's all good. We'll just throw a couple in there. Don't have any lettuce. It's all good. I guess we'll, since these these shells are like burrito shells actually, so we'll roll her up like a burrito. Should probably learn how to roll a burrito, huh? I don't know. As long as one end is tucked in, we're good. Whew. Okay. I gotta maneuver myself over here because it is freaking warm. Hot. That was a taco shell. Speaking of hot, some hot sauce would have been nice with this probably. Not too shabby. This is the first time I've eaten since breakfast. I had a pretty big breakfast. I had eggs, hash browns, a couple sausage links, and then the like a little Eggo French toast thing. I wanted to give that a shot since I never had one before. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this, and I'll bring you back for the old, I guess, fireside talk, or in this case the hot stove talk. Welcome back, everybody. Dinner was delicious. I actually finished it up probably about an hour and a half ago. Been sipping on one of my root beers. Wink, wink. Technically, alcohol is prohibited in the state park, which I can tell you doesn't really stop anybody, especially when earlier today I threw away something in a trash can at a different part of the park, and I seen like 12 Yingling cans in there, so somebody was obviously not following that one, huh? But we're out here. We're surviving. I definitely don't think that this thing's going to last all night, especially with it running on high. I have put the rest of my pellets in there, so I think it'll probably make it till like the wee early morning type stuff. But by the time I probably actually wake up, it'll probably be burned out and be whatever the outside temperature is. But that's why we bring the good sleeping bag, the Echo Park, one that's in there. And then if I need to, I do have extra layers I can throw on. Right now I'm just in like the first shirt I put on today, like the base layer I put on, because it's warm. It is nice and toasty. By the time everybody sees this video, we'll know who's in the Super Bowl. Currently, we're in the divisional round of the playoffs. Last night, the Broncos beat the Bills, and then the Seahawks beat the 49ers. I don't know what's currently going on for today. Like I know, like the Patriots were playing the Texans, and then the Rams are taking on the Bears, but I don't know the results of those games. Have a very spotty phone service out here, so I can't really. When I do have the phone service, I don't really think to check the scores or anything like that. So yeah, I just been hanging out here, just enjoying the fire here in the. There's some animals out there. I heard I believe some coyotes earlier tonight. Heard some type of owl out there. Heard the elusive airplane. Since this is not too far outside of Pittsburgh, I think it's probably like maybe, as they would say, as the crow flies, we're maybe 15 miles from the airport. As a matter of fact, I can hear a plane right now. I don't think this thing's picking it. Oh, I don't even have this thing on. So I don't know if that thing's picking it up. But yeah, we're just out here relaxing. We're the only ones in this area. It's great. I guess that's that's the good thing about winter camping is not very many people go out winter camping, so you pretty much tend to always be by yourself. And also the campsites aren't hard to find. Like, I booked this site yesterday, last minute, booked it yesterday type deal thing. Because I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, but like I was thinking about going down to Fayetteville, West Virginia. But at the end of the day, I just didn't want to drive down there 4 hours. To turn around and come back tomorrow and drive 4 hours. And then probably getting down there around dark, even though it's Sunday, Liz didn't work today. So I probably could have left at like 8, got down there at noon, but still, just would have been overall longer drive and all that. So I just didn't want to do it. Fayetteville, something I'll save for a little bit later. Maybe a little bit, maybe early spring when it's still kind of bad out, but not terrible. Who knows? I'm definitely going to stay in this area again. Just too good of a drive to do it. And I know I've already said that earlier, but I can't miss the opportunities, I guess, to go camping, and with something this close to where I'm at, and where most likely it's going to be just me out here in like either this park, or there was another one that was about the same distance away, but I think the opposite direction of where I live. And then of course there's the dispersed camping sites also, so definitely take advantage of those in the winter. Yeah, but like always, I'm a warm weather person, so I'm ready for that nice warm weather to spring back up and come back around. I am the one person that's never like in the middle of the summer going, oh man, I can't wait for winter. I'd rather it be 100 degrees outside than it be 10 degrees outside type of person. But that's just me. I know everybody's always different. But honestly, like the best times to go camping are probably like in that springtime frame where it's probably just getting ready to get over to summer, but not quite. So it's warmer during the day, but a little bit cooler at night. And then the same thing in the fall, like when you're kind of transitioning out of summer. And like the days are warm, but the nights are cool. Those aren't too bad, but yeah, you'll never hear me say, dang, I wish it was 20 degrees outside today. Because I won't say. I will say I wish it was 100 degrees outside today, though. It's 100 degrees in here, that's for sure. Anyways, yeah, nothing's really going on, in the channel. I don't really talk about politics or anything like that, so, we're not going to go down that lane or anything like that. I know it's probably definitely a good way to either get a lot of people's attention for good or bad, depending on what you talk about, but we're not going to do that here. We're just going to hang out, relax, enjoy the sounds of planes flying over our head. Anyways, I doubt anything's going to happen tonight, but if it does, you guys will be the first to know. Alright, good morning. We're up, we're awake. It looks like there was some unforecasted snow that occurred last night from what I can see under here. So we're about to go open up the door here and take a look and see what it looks like out there for the first time. Well, it's still snowing out. Yeah, got probably about an inch But yeah, this was not forecasted, but here we are. All right, welcome back, everybody. I don't know if the snow is showing up on here or not, but it's all of a sudden coming down. And when I checked the forecast yesterday before coming out here, there wasn't supposed to be any snow yesterday or today, but obviously it's happened. But everything's packed up and ready to go here. We just got to close up the back of the truck and then head on out. The only thing I'm leaving behind is this little ash pile here and the spot where the tent was at from where that stove was going. I believe I am going to take you guys down to the Mineral Springs Trail. I know I said I wasn't going to do it yesterday because I have a video posted of it already, but it's a short trail. We're going to walk through it real quick, and then I'll sign off from there. Anyways, let's head on out here. Alright guys, we're just moving through the trail real quick. I'm going to probably use this video to see how long it actually takes me to walk through here. While I am the first one to head down here today, there was a couple of cars sitting down there getting ready to head this way as well. Right now I'm taking the more scenic route. I will have to cross the stream a couple of times here, and then on the way back we'll go the more direct route. But yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit of exercise in before heading home. Okay. Whew. Okay. With everything being covered in snow, this can be kind of tricky. Oh, I'm definitely on ice. Oh. Like I said, it's going to be a little tricky. Okay, so we're going to go for that rock, into that rock, and then I think over there's the the bank. All right. After my experience doing this yesterday, I think I have to do, 2 more crossings. So we need to cross here. Whoop. It's tricky when the ice is covered in snow. That's okay though. These boots are mostly waterproof. Oops, got you tilted sideways. Okay. And I think yesterday I crossed over here using these tree branches that are all scattered through here. All right. And here we go. A semi-frozen waterfall. Alright folks, we're going to sign off from here. This is the whole highlight of the trail. This is why people come down this trail here. I just want to thank all the subscribers to the channel that has been, getting added in every week. For those that keep on coming in and watching the videos, I do appreciate you. If you did like this video and you're not a subscriber yet, please hit that subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Anything like that helps. And until the next one, everybody take care.